When my wife and I started watching Heated Rivalry, she asked me, like, what was I feeling when I watched it? What was it doing for me? Not sexually, I am just a boring old straight guy, but, emotionally, psychologically. Because while I might not have been aroused by the shower or locker room scene, I definitely felt something. Tension, anxiety, a little bit of terror.
Straight guys aren't reacting to the fantasy, they're reacting to the surveillance. And here's the thing, when the heterosexual reference point is gone, masculinity gets uncertain, and straight men recognize that feeling.
Because I was, until a very sudden growth spurt when I was 15, always the littlest guy in my classroom. And that, combined the fact that I was artistic and chatty and sensitive, meant that I was subjected to a whole lot of abuse in spaces like these. Not of the physical type, thank God, but of the psychological and emotional type. It also meant that my manhood, my masculinity, my sexuality were constantly being questioned, so much so that I had to wonder whether people were seeing something in me that I couldn't see myself. And so when Mike O'Connor here says that straight men are responding not to the romantic fantasy, but rather to that overwhelming, heavy sense of surveillance, both from without and from within, I got a better understanding of exactly what it was that I was feeling when I watched this show. Because adolescence also, and until you start dating, until you become sexually active for that matter, lacks the heterosexual signpost too. I couldn't recognize or be certain of my own sexuality until I actually started dating girls. And when I was watching scenes like these, it was like I had been transported back to being 13 or 14 years old. That feeling of dread and uncertainty. And sure, the surveillance never stops, but what it means, how it impacts us, affects us, that is something that we do as men have direct control over. And so when Mike says this later in the video,
It's not will they or won't they as a cute trope, it's can I want this without getting punished for it? And that uncertainty is longing to be emotional, express feelings in a world where we tell men how to act. And yes, that's patriarchy, it's the cage, right? But when someone recognizes the cage, that's not the enemy, that's the beginning of clarity.
That cage is the surveillance that we have internalized. That surveillance, which is also external, that we allow to restrict or to limit us. We give permission to hold control over us. But if you can see it, if you can see how it's working, then you can also find the exit door. First comes the clarity, and then, hopefully, comes the freedom.